#1 last night, but for her rookie season, she's only making $76,000. I say only, but that's just in comparison to other NBA players and WNBA players. What does that say about the pay gap in women's sports? Do you find Caitlin Clark's WNBA salary of $70,000 absurd? Rethink your thought. This goes beyond basketball. It centers on a 22-year-old genius who controls every aspect of the sports industry. Clark is quietly creating an empire while everyone is preoccupied with her unjust compensation. We have discovered her secret playbook, and I promise you that it will alter your entire perspective on athlete empowerment. On CBS News, Christine Brennan even provided a breakdown. I think the eyeballs on this number, $76,000. Now again, she's making much more than that. Her endorsements are into the millions. There's also a chance of having a $250,000 contract or addition for marketing the WNBA. I'm sure she'll get that as well. So she's going to be a multimillionaire. The salary gap between male and female athletes is shameful. Clark is bigger than TV, and she's definitely eyes to the game of basketball. And you know what? They're not wrong, but they're also missing the bigger picture, because here's the truth bomb. Clark's actual earnings are way higher than anyone realizes. We're talking millions. How much exactly? Well, when you add up all her income streams, Clark's pulling in more than some top NBA rookies. Now, word on the street is that Caitlin Clark basically made around $11 million for the year of 2024. Can you believe that? The girl everyone thinks is getting shortchanged is actually out-earning some of the guys people assume are making bank. Now you might be wondering, how is this possible? Well, that's where Clark's genius comes in. See that low WNBA salary? It's not a problem for her. It's a gold mine. Every time someone talks about how unfair her pay is, they're spreading her name, they're building her brand, they're making her more valuable to sponsors. Her big thing is to be ready for WNBA season. And people are like, why? She's only making $70,000 in the WNBA. What is the point of her worrying about that league rather than trying to push for other leagues and other ways to make more money? Because the WNBA is what's getting the most eyes. And Clark, she's playing it perfectly. No complaints about the salary, no demands for more. Just quiet determination while letting everyone else do the talking. Meanwhile, she's steadily building her empire, orchestrating the sports world like a maestro without anyone even realizing it. Even when encouraged to join Unrivaled League for extra cash, she declined, stating that she needed a break from basketball. Man, she is hotter than fish grease right now when it comes to making money. That's why she didn't have to do the Unrivaled League. That's why she didn't have to do any of the stuff they wanted her to do during this off-season for the W. Kayla has done enough. Let her spend her money, enjoy her life, and get her moment. That $70,000 WNBA salary everyone's so worked up about, it's less than 1% of Clark's total earnings. Yeah, you heard that right, 1%. The salary everyone's focused on is just a tiny drop in Clark's money ocean. Boy, you can see here, she's like, you're not worried about a rookie contract. So now you're probably thinking, if the WNBA salary is such a small piece of the pie, where's all this money coming from? Well, buckle up, because we're about to dive into the real genius of Caitlin Clark's master plan. And trust me, it's going to change everything you thought you knew about how athletes make their money. Clark turned her fear of public speaking into a gold mine. Her speaking fees are jaw-dropping, $100,000 for a 30-minute virtual session and up to $300,000 for in-person events. Can you believe it? That's more than most people make in a year. Clark's charity is the only exception to her steep fees for a 30-minute speech. Otherwise, her charges are notoriously high. But here's where it gets really interesting. Clark's not just cashing in, she's building an empire. Every time she steps on stage, she's connecting with fans and business leaders, getting her name out there. It's all part of her strategy. She's thinking long-term, planning for life after basketball. Clark is building a massive brand, which is why she can charge a cool $100,000 for every quick speaking engagement. And the endorsements don't stop. Clark signed a multi-year partnership with Wilson, including a signature basketball collection. According to Boardroom, she became the first female basketball player to land such a deal since Michael Jordan. Her endorsement roster also includes State Farm and a massive $28 million Nike deal. These contracts aren't just lucrative. They're redefining how female athletes are valued in professional sports. Clark's $28 million deal with Nike may seem impressive, but critics say it's only the beginning. A signature shoe line could unlock her full financial potential, much like Air Jordans or Steph Curry sneakers. Clark's impact is undeniable. She's responsible for 26% of the WNBA's entire revenue and has elevated the league's viewership and ticket sales. Even Indianapolis businesses are thriving thanks to Clark Mania. The WNBA now faces growing pressure to address player salaries and revenue sharing. Clark's influence is creating conversations that could reshape the league's future. Caitlin Clark isn't just playing basketball, she's rewriting the rules for women's sports and setting a new standard for athlete empowerment. Thanks. You please subscribe my channel.